ശരി ശരി
ശരി അപ്പോൾ അത് നല്ലതാണ്.
This is Alicia Andrews. And yes, what you're seeing is real. She's calmly fixing her makeup in the courtroom, completely unfazed. The shocking part came when the judge announced her life sentence, and she barely reacted, her calm smile sending chills through everyone present. That expression seemed to hide something much darker. This disturbing case unfolded in Tampa, Florida, where 22-year-old Alicia Andrews was accused of acting as the spotter in the planned murder of Jacksonville rapper Foolio, whose real name was Charles Jones. Her emotionless behavior in court went viral, with thousands online questioning whether she truly understood the seriousness of what she'd done or if she simply didn't care. The story gripped the nation, not just because the victim was a well-known rapper whose music reflected Jacksonville's gang violence, but also because Andrews, the only woman among 5 suspects charged in the ambush, became the unsettling face of a case that exposed the dark mix of gang life, young love gone wrong, and how one reckless choice can destroy countless lives in just seconds. Born on February 9, 2003, Alicia Andrews is a 22-year-old from Jacksonville, Florida, a city often linked to deadly gang violence tied to the local drill rap scene. But what makes her case both fascinating and tragic is that, unlike her 4 male co-defendants, Alicia has no documented gang ties at all. That's where things get complicated, with the prosecution and defense telling 2 completely different stories about who she really is. According to prosecutors, Alicia was an active and willing participant in a planned murder. They claim she traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa on June 22, 2024, fully aware that violence was coming. Her alleged role was that of a spotter, tracking rapper Foolio's movements from a pool party that was shut down by police to several clubs, and finally to the Home 2 Suites hotel where the deadly ambush happened around 4:42 a.m. Using her phone, prosecutors say she sent live location updates to the shooters, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Dave Murphy, helping them position themselves for the attack. They argue that surveillance videos, phone records, and cell tower data place her at every key location that night, and they also accuse her of lying to investigators afterward to hide her involvement. Prosecutors point out that, unlike the masked gunman dressed for combat, Alicia wasn't disguised and never handled a weapon, because she didn't have to. Her role, they argue, was just as important but far more discreet. She was the eyes and ears of the operation, the one tracking the target and feeding information so the shooters knew exactly where to go and when to attack. But the defense paints a completely different picture, one that portrays Alicia not as a cold-blooded accomplice, but as a manipulated and naive young woman. Her attorney, Life Malcolm, claimed she had no idea a murder was being planned and thought the trip to Tampa was simply a chance to patch things up with her on-again, off-again boyfriend. Isaiah Chance Jr., the defense, describes their relationship as toxic, controlling, and abusive, arguing that Alicia was coerced and emotionally trapped, not an active participant in the crime.as for the charges. They are some of the most serious in the U.S. legal system. Premeditated first-degree murder with a firearm and conspiracy to commit premeditated first-degree murder with a firearm. If convicted, she faces life in prison. At just 22 years old, her entire future, every dream and possibility, could disappear behind bars before her adult life ever truly begins.
This is Mr. Jones arriving. He's been out celebrating, you will find in the evidence. That is Mr. Jones with that open passenger door. The vapor you're seeing is coming out of the hotel. That's some type of a dryer vent. Mr. Jones in the red stocking cap pulling up his shorts. He walks in the hotel. As you can see on the timestamp, which is slightly off by a few minutes, this is about 4:30 in the morning.
There's one major difference between Alicia and her co-defendants that stands out. Unlike some of them, she isn't eligible for the death penalty or gang-related sentence enhancements because she has no verified gang connections. This detail is significant, especially since Florida still enforces the death penalty, and one of her co-defendants, Dave Murphy, is currently facing it. Prosecutors' decision not to pursue capital punishment for Alicia could suggest they see her as less directly responsible than the shooters, or it could simply reflect that her lack of gang ties removes a key aggravating factor often used to justify a death sentence. What makes this case even more unsettling is that Alicia's connection to rapper Foolio was completely indirect. There's no evidence that she ever met him, had any personal issues with him, or was involved in the long-standing gang rivalry that fueled the attack. She had no reason to target him on her own. Her alleged involvement stemmed entirely from her relationship with her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance Jr., and his ties to the violent conflict surrounding him, a tragedy showing how one person can become caught in a world they were never truly part of. These are the difficult questions the Tampa jury will have to consider, and there are no easy answers. What's certain is that Alicia Andrews was arrested in July 2024, about a month after Foolio's death, and became the first of the 5 suspects to stand trial. Her trial began on October 22, 2025, more than a year after the murder. And from the start, it was clear this wouldn't be a typical courtroom case. Reports and social media posts described Alicia smiling, laughing, and appearing relaxed in court, especially before opening statements. Videos quickly went viral showing her acting as though she were at a casual event rather than facing life in prison. What shocked people most was footage of her calmly applying lipstick and makeup, sometimes even with her lawyer's help, while sitting in court. The image of a young woman accused of murder touching up her makeup before a life-altering verdict stunned the public. The backlash was immediate. Many of Foolio's fans and supporters saw her behavior as deeply disrespectful, accusing her of arrogance or showing no remorse. Online, people debated whether her attitude came from confidence that she'd beat the charges or if it was a psychological defense mechanism, a way to mask fear or detach from the reality of what was happening. But the most disturbing moment reportedly came during the prosecution's opening statements, when Alicia was said to have smirked as prosecutors showed a photo of Foolio trying to shield himself in his car during the shooting. To many, that crossed the line from inappropriate to heartless, laughing in the face of evidence showing a man's final moments. Still, her defense team insists that Alicia was unaware of the murder plot and was manipulated by her abusive boyfriend, Isaiah Chance Jr. From that perspective, her calm and seemingly detached behavior could support their claim that she's not a remorseless killer, but rather a young woman emotionally broken and detached from the horrific reality unfolding around her. If Alicia truly believes she's innocent, if she honestly didn't know that tracking Foolio's location would lead to his death, then her calm demeanor in court might reflect confidence rather than cruelty. Still, her defense team hasn't directly addressed her behavior during the trial, leaving the public to interpret her smiles and casual attitude for themselves. As for Foolio, whose real name was Charles Andrew Jones II, he was a 26-year-old rapper from Jacksonville, Florida, associated with the 6-block KTA Kill Them All gang. To understand why his murder gained so much national attention, it's important to know that Foolio wasn't just another rapper caught up in street violence. He was at the center of one of the most widely documented and deadly gang rivalries in modern U.S. history. This conflict unfolded not only in the streets but also across social media and in drill rap videos that have racked up tens of millions of views. Drill rap, a subgenre that began in Chicago in the early 2010s, is known for its dark, aggressive sound and brutally honest lyrics. What makes it especially controversial is that the lyrics often describe real events, naming actual people, mocking rivals' deaths, and sometimes even hinting at future attacks. Foolio's rivalry with the ATK gang, short for Ace's Top Killers and linked to rapper Young Ace, real name Kenyatta Bullard, was one of the most infamous in the genre. ATK later allied with the 1200 gang, creating a powerful opposition to Foolio's KTA crew. This was not a short-lived feud. It was a years-long war that claimed multiple lives and turned into a grim cycle of revenge both on the streets and in the music. So now the question remains, was Alicia Andrews an active, willing participant in the plot to kill Foolio, or a young woman manipulated into something she never truly understood? What do you think?